Hello, booktube! Who is ready for a readathon weekend? I know I am. I'm so excited. 24 and 48 starts tomorrow. It's Friday late afternoon. So we're starting tomorrow, 24 and 48. My personal goal is to read for the full 24 hours, but we'll see what happens. I'm really excited. Let me show you the books that I have lined up for this weekend. So I just started house sitting yesterday. I'm going to be house sitting for 3 weeks. So that's why I have random stacks of books just sitting here. So these three in the center here, these are my priorities for this weekend. I have Betsy and Joe, the next in the Betsy Tacy series, the second book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series, and then another middle grade called The Dollmaker of Krakow, which I think is part history, part fantasy. But I'm really looking forward to trying that out. And then, as needed, I will pull from probably this stack as well. I've got a couple nonfiction in there, a couple thrillers, a nice short one about feral hippos, which sounds amazing. But I also have these stacks over here if none of those are appealing to me when I need them. I've got some more books just that I have from the library, some more middle grade, some historical fiction, and then these here, this last stack here is all rereads except for the Terry Pratchett, which is the next in the Discworld series, but everything else is rereads, some mysteries, some Jasper Fforde, some more middle grade. So that's what I'll be pulling from this weekend. Again, most likely from over here, but we'll just kind of wait and see how the weekend goes. Morning, guys. It's time for our first reading check-in of the 24 and 48. It's Saturday morning. I've been reading for about 3 hours. And yeah, let me just chat with you real quick about what I'm reading. First of all, I'm working on The Light Fantastic. This I had already been reading this previous week. I just hadn't quite finished it yet. I've got about 60 pages left, so I'll finish that up pretty quick. Then this morning I started 2 books. I started Keeper of the Lost Cities Exile by Shannon Messenger. This is book 2 in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series, and this follows Sophie, who has all kinds of cool abilities, and obviously there's this amazing, it's not a unicorn, but I won't tell you more because that might be spoilery, but this amazing creature, and yeah, just mortal danger and secret societies and all kinds of fun stuff in this one. So I'm really enjoying that one. I'm about 130 pages in, I think, so far. So this I will get through today for sure. It reads pretty fast. And then the third book I just read the first 2 chapters of Betsy and Joe. This is book 8, I think, in the Betsy Tacy series. And this is her senior year in high school. So that I will also get through today. All three of these I should finish up today and probably hopefully pick up some other things too. But I will obviously keep you updated. I'm really enjoying both of these new books that I've started today. They're just perfect for this sort of readathon where you want to get through stuff pretty quick and it's light and just really entertaining and enjoyable. So far, off to a great start. And we'll check in with you again a little bit later. Hello again. I figured it was time for another check-in. It is mid-afternoon on Saturday. My reading time is at just over 7 hours, I think. And my page count is at about 470-ish, somewhere in there. So I'm pretty proud of that, actually. So I did finish The Light Fantastic by Terry Pratchett, which I really enjoyed. I enjoy his books. They're odd and absurd. I know he uses the term absurdist to refer to himself sometimes, or did. But I really do enjoy them and find them very funny. I'm looking forward to getting further on in the series because I know the early books aren't considered the best. So even though I really enjoyed these, I'm really looking forward to where he takes the rest of the series. Other than that, I'm still just working on the 2 books, Keeper of the Lost Cities Exile, and I'm on chapter 30, page 265. It's about the halfway point. And this is good. It's a quick read. It's really exciting and interesting, and I'm really enjoying this one so far. And then I'm about 100 pages into Betsy and Joe, so not quite to the halfway point yet. And I'm really enjoying this one too. It's just their adventures in high school, their senior year, and they've had the first dance and the first football game, and the class president has been assigned, all these things, and it's it's fun, and there's a little bit of a love triangle happening, which is just, but it's done well and it's cute, and I'm really enjoying this as well. So for now, because I'm still feeling very motivated, I'm just going to keep reading. I will probably, a little later in the day when it cools off outside, I'll probably go outside for a while. But for now, I'm just going to stick with these 2 books. And yeah, just keep reading. So it is late. I don't even know what time it is. But I just passed the 13-hour mark for today, which means I only have to read 11 hours tomorrow, which I'm pretty happy about. If I can make it past the halfway point, then I'm feeling pretty good. I did finish both books I was working on, so I finished Keeper of the Lost Cities Exile, which I really liked. I don't think I liked it quite as much as the first one, and it seemed a little slower to start, but in general I did really like it. I especially liked Sylvanie, who's the horse, not a horse, but yeah, she was a great character. And yeah, I really enjoy these books. I'm looking forward to reading more of the series and kind of seeing where it takes the different characters. And then I also just finished Betsy and Joe. So in the last month or so, I've heard quite a bit of talk about this book, because people that are doing the Betsy Tacy 2019 have been reading this one, or finished it up last month, or so I can't remember when, but and a lot of people have been talking about Joe Willard and how fantastic he is, and what a great character, and he's their fictional crush, and I've been a little skeptical, just because that seems kind of silly to me, but I admit, they're right. He's super adorable. I really, really liked him a lot. I liked both of them in this book. I got a little annoyed with some of the love triangle business, just right in the middle, just a little over dramatic, which who wasn't in high school, so I guess it's fine. But in general, I thought it was great. I thought it was super cute, well done, some great dialogue, and yeah, Joe is a really super adorable character. So that's it for today. So that's reading for just over 13 hours. And I read 938 pages, which is great, and finished 3 books. Those 2 I read completely and then finished Delight Fantastic. So tomorrow I will pick up again and read a couple more books, hopefully. But I will check in with you tomorrow. Good morning. Who's ready for day 2 of 24 and 48? I ended last night at about 13 hours. I had finished 3 books. And this morning I've already started a new book, and I'm at about 14 and a half hours already. So I'm excited. I've got now less than 10 hours to go, and all day to do it. So that's super exciting. I've never, I don't think, been successful at doing the 24 and 48, and by that I mean read for the full 24 hours. That doesn't mean people that don't read for the full 24 aren't successful. But my personal goal is to make it for the full 24. So I'm excited that is looking like it's going to happen today. But I did pick up The One by John Mars this morning. This is outside of my normal, like what I normally pick up. It's a thriller that follows this concept that there's a dating service that matches you based on your DNA. So there's only one perfect match for you based on your DNA. So you could be matched with someone who's a lot younger or a lot older, someone on the other side of the world, but it's when that match happens, it's supposed to be perfect. So this follows 5 separate stories. So you have 5 separate characters, and then it just alternates. So you get just a short chapter. The chapters are like 3 or 4 pages at most. And you just get a chapter from each of the 5 characters, and then it starts over. And so you're just getting little tidbits as it moves through their 5 separate stories. I don't know if they're all going to tie together in the end or not. I'm about 100 pages in. Really enjoying it so far. Again, it's not what I normally pick up, but it's great for a readathon. It reads fast because you want it, it always, each chapter leaves you a little bit, oh, what's going to happen next? And the chapters are very short. So it's very engaging and, yeah, quick to read through. So I'm I was figuring I'd read 2 books today and alternate, but I think I'm just, for now at least, just going to go straight through this one and then pick up something after this. But yeah, as always, I will keep you updated. Hey, checking in again. I just finished The One by Joan Mars. I have a lot of feelings about this book, and I'm not quite sure what my final thoughts are. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It was a good read for a readathon for sure, and I, in general, liked the book. But it's not one I would necessarily recommend to many people, at least. There's a lot of, I don't know, there's just a lot of brokenness in this book. There's a lot of, like I said, it deals with a dating service that matches you based on your DNA, so there's only one perfect match, supposedly. So I like books that make me think. I've talked about this before. Books that, like, if my world was different, how does that change my worldview? And so this whole concept of you being matched with your one perfect match is an interesting, it's an interesting thing for me to kind of wrap my mind around. However, as you can imagine, the book is full of lots of broken relationships and broken marriages and a lot of hurt and a lot of nasty people and nasty things. So, I mean, I like a good measure of sadness in my books. I don't know. It's just, there's some, I really enjoyed the book and I enjoyed the reading experience, but there's definitely some things about it I didn't like. But in general, it was a good book for me to pick up today. It kept me entertained and kept me kind of pushing through. So I'm now at almost 20 hours of reading. It's about 3 in the afternoon, a little after. So I have about 4 hours to go, and I haven't quite decided what I'm going to pick up yet for these last 4 hours. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to do a reread, though, something that's comfortable. But I will check in with you later and let you know what I picked. Hey guys, I'm here for one final check-in. It is about 8:45 Sunday evening, and I finished my 24 hours, and I finished another book. So the last book I picked up ended up not being a reread, but I picked up The Dollmaker of Krakow by R.M. Romero. This is a middle grade, kind of a blend of a fairy tale and historical fiction. It follows a dollmaker in Krakow, Poland during World War II, but the doll is alive, and they get involved with some resistance stuff and help some Jewish residents there. It was good. I liked it. It wasn't fantastic, but it's a solid 3, maybe even 3.5. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good way to end the readathon. A little bit on the sad side, but I don't mind that. So that makes a total of 5 books completed, which I'm pretty proud of. There we are. 5 books that I completed. 4 of them I read in their entirety and then just finished up this one yesterday. And yeah, 24 hours read in 2 days. So that's it. I am going to go outside before it gets completely dark and play with the dog a little bit and do some watering and all the other things I've been neglecting the last couple days. And of course, edit this so I can get it up tomorrow. But if you participated in the readathon, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had a great weekend even if you didn't participate in the readathon. But if you did participate, let me know what you read and how, if you feel like you were successful for whatever your goals were. Let me know how you did and what you accomplished.